What has inspired you to launch Ultimate Table Tennis, and how did you identify table tennis as the sport to champion in India's crowded sports landscape?
I think in no matter how many sports you promote in India, it's not enough. Within that, for me, my love has grown from home. My son, who plays table tennis, is the reason why we are invested in table tennis. So, Mudit is the real source of inspiration for me. And of course, not with him being the center, but he said, since we are promoting so many sports, why not table tennis as well?
How has UTT evolved since its inception in 2017, and what key milestones are you most proud of in its journey so far?
So, we have, of course, evolved as a league. Season 1 was a very, very long format, so we have cut down the format. One thing that we are really proud of is introducing mixed doubles. Also, the golden point, getting ball boys on field of play, cutting down breaks. So these are the things that has really been the game changer. It's good for broadcast, it is good for the game, it's good for viewers, and it's been a win-win. And some of these practices are now being adopted even elsewhere in the world, which is kind of reassuring for us that even though we might be an experimental ground for it, but we are doing something right and we are moving in the good direction.
What specific goals did you set for UTT in terms of player development, and how close are you to achieving them as of 2025?
So when Mr. Bajaj and I came together with the dream of UTT, we have only one single point agenda, and that is how can the Indian table tennis benefit from here? How can the Indian players go places and how they can be put on the world map? How can India win an Olympic medal? And that's the ultimate aim for Ultimate Table Tennis and for all of us. So we will do whatever it takes, whether it is top-down or bottom-up approach that we need to follow to ensure that India wins a medal at the Olympics.
Has there been challenges in securing consistent funding for UTT? Unlike other non-cricket and kabaddi leagues, are franchises in the UTT seeing profit?
I'm not sure how many sporting leagues in the country besides cricket really make money. Nevertheless, Mr. Bajaj and I have not come together to start a table tennis league to make money, but we are here to promote the game. And we will do and take all the necessary corrective steps to ensure that the game grows, and we fund it ourselves. However, we will be very happy if there are sponsors like Indian Oil who will believe in our dreams and be part of our dream and join the journey and support us.
UTT has brought visibility to players like Sathiya, Manika, and nowadays to the younger counterparts like Akash Pal, Poimanti Vaishya, and many others. How are you ensuring this exposure translates into a consistent international success?
When we bring events, table tennis events to India, we give an additional opportunity for many more Indian players to compete with the best amongst the world. And that is our only aim, is how Indians can do well. And we bring not only ultimate table tennis to the players, but we bring other international events to India, whereby the number of entries that the host country gets is almost doubled. So that many more players can really benefit. So, of course, there are people like Ankur Bhattacharya, Akash Pal, who are doing exceedingly well. But please don't forget that we have started the Junior League, and those are the real future promises of India. And they are anyway doing exceedingly well at the global level. in not only in their age categories but also a higher age category.
How are you leveraging digital platforms and social media to boost the ultimate table tennis reach, especially to the younger audiences in the post COVID era?
If you look at consumption of data by the youth in India, it's only digital if you ask me. And if you see the growth of UTT in the last 4 years, it has consistently gone up, be it social media, be it digital reach, be it Facebook, Instagram, name it, and we have only grown. So I know that the youth of India is really interested in table tennis. They are consuming that data, they are the eyeballs, and I know they will also play. And when a youth comes and plays, that youth brings the parents, uncles, aunts, neighbors, school friends, the entire society together. And that's what we really want. We want the whole world to watch what we can do in India with our youth.
What steps is UTT taking to grow its fan base beyond the urban centers and into the smaller towns and rural areas of India?
We are supporting about 8 academies in India. Instead of only fans coming and seeing the game in the stadium, we have decided that we will take the game to different cities. And that's the reason why we are in Ahmedabad this time. We are going to Pune, we are going to Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, and we will look at many more venues where we can take the game to the people. And more than that, how we can make this game, which is TV friendly. And that's the real reach of the new India.
The UTT Junior seems a good grassroots program that has been initiated to nurture the younger talent. Are there any such initiatives that league has undertaken?
So we have started with the Junior League. We do some municipal school programs. We are looking at grassroots program as well. But of course, we have followed the top-down approach. We used to have a school program that we used to run, and we are looking at many more opportunities where more people can come and play the game and create a base for a pipeline of not only players but also viewers.
How does UTT support the training and development of coaches and referees to elevate the overall ecosystem of table tennis in India?
So we are taking help of the Table Tennis Federation of India as far as referees are concerned, and coaches. We are connected with many academies and many coaching centers, and we are willing to give more opportunities for these coaches, because then they spend time with foreign coaches, they get an opportunity to play with train different players, and how they can also identify and nurture new talent. I think that is most critical for us as a country.
What barriers remain in making table tennis a mainstream sport in a cricket dominated market, and how is UTT tackling them?
So this is where I think I will ask all my friends on media to come out there and support us as much as they do cricket. This is where I will also request all the sponsors that please do believe in sports other than cricket. Come out there, believe in our dreams and see what we can do, see what our athletes can do and what our players can do to make India proud. And please come and support us wholeheartedly. And we have steadily seen many more sponsors who have come and supported UTT, and I'm extremely grateful to them all. And I have the same request to all the people who are watching this interview that please come and support us.
How are you addressing gender equity within the UTT, both in terms of player participation and opportunities for women in coaching or administration?
If you look at participation in UTT, we have equal representation of men and women. If you look at coaches, We have women coaches who are also part of some of the franchisees, and we are willing to look at more. I personally feel that, like me, if women are given an opportunity, they can create wonder.
How do you plan to integrate emerging technologies like data analytics or AI to enhance player performance and fan engagement in UT?
This season of UTT, we have got SpinSight on board. SpinSight is a company based out of Sweden, and the Swedish table tennis team and the French table tennis team uses SpinSight for improvement of their players. And if you look at the results at the Olympics, Sweden has got silver medal in men's singles, and France has got bronze. I'd like to somewhere attribute success of their team partly to this technology as well. And we are trying to see how we can use this technology to benefit the Indian table tennis players. We also have different cameras and heat mapping, which can also give us fantastic data and can help improve the performance of our Indian players.
How is UTT working to ensure player welfare, such as mental health support or financial stability, given the pressures of a competitive league?
So, two questions. One is mental health, of course. Many of the teams have mental fitness trainer, which helps them with the pressure of playing competitive games. As far as financial support is concerned, I think we pay our players fairly well. We want to make it aspirational for players to come and play for UTT. And that's also one of the reasons why we've started junior UTT, and how that can become aspirational for them to grow and become part of the senior UTT.